Hey guys, what's cracking? Godsman here. Welcome to another fight night. This fight night is going to be yet another Battle of the Babes, but this one is going to be featuring a couple of the classics from the Overdress era of Vanguard with their upgraded forms going head to head. Of course, Oxaya, Bavsargra, she doesn't need an introduction, but the plot twist? It's actually my friend, the co-host Noir, who's playing her this fine evening instead of yours truly, the quote-unquote Bavsargra simp, as it were. We're doing a little bit of a twist here. How are we doing today, my co-host?
Not bad at all. I definitely want to try this matchup because I think, like many of us, we agree Bavsargra needs some sort of answer for her crimes, so hopefully this matchup will bring it.
And it's kind of funny that you decided to be, we were talking about it earlier, and we decided you'd be the Bavsargra player because either it's a win-win, right? Either you lose and Bavsargra gets punished, or you win and you win. So honestly, ingenious scheme there, my friend. And for those of you who couldn't tell based on the thumbnail and our insinuations here, today I'm going to be taking the new Seraph Clearlight, as well as her conjoining support cards and ride line out for patrol here. We're gonna see what baddies we can wrangle up, and honestly, I'm quite impressed with these new cards. I think they are a different way of designing, a whole departure from the norm of it's the same Vanguard but just better. I'm looking at you, Chris Rain. And so I think they did really well with Clearlight, making a viable rear guard as well as having the really nifty auto ability shutdown, which only applies to on places, thankfully, but still a really nifty ability nonetheless. I think they did a lot to support this deck, but in ways that are a little bit more nuanced than tradition. So I'm really happy to be able to try and test this out against what is probably the BDF of the format to this very day. Thanks, Bushiroad. I guess for every step forward, there's also a step back, and that's going to be really illustrated in this fight as we're going to be taking all these criminals and wrangling them up to prison. Are we ready to begin?
Yep, as I saw. Stand
all
up.
Right, stand up. Vanguard. We got Ruby Crimson.
Hoenryu, Architsa Sphere.
Hoenryu means Sealed Blaze Dragon.
Yep. Alright, we'll discard Cindy to ride. Namor Car skill. Road, Soul Blast, Architsa Sivir. To. Oh, and I need to reveal the Akshaya in my ride deck. Oh god.
Yeah, that's right. Don't cheat, criminal scum.
Yep. Now that I went first, I can search for up to one, and I'm going to grab my. I'll grab my shield.
All right, fair enough.
And then set the energy generator. And tester.
Coconut time.
Pluses, dude. It's ridiculous.
It is, but you know what? My ride line's not too shabby here, as I'll illustrate now. So I'll discard Pansmermia from the hand in order to ride from the ride deck into the new Aurora Battle Princess Kyanite Cobalt. Now, I'm going to get a draw off the starter, and then on top of that, I'm able to Energy Blast the 3 that I would have gained here, and we're going to draw again. But that's not all, because now I too will reveal, which is the Seraph Clearlight, the brand new Seraph. And it's kind of interesting because as we see from the ride line, particularly from the 2 and the 3, they're kind of really closed up images. I didn't mention it in the anime reaction, but I noticed that too, and it's becoming really apparent we're actually playing the cards, putting them on table here. I don't know why they did that with the artworks, but still, it looks decently good. Now, by revealing that Seraph, I now have the authority to set the brand new Galactolus, which is the Eternal Galaxy Prison Galactolus. Kiro. And now we shuffle it. Now, thanks to the skill of Galactolus, I don't need to rest Kyanite in order to actually activate this, which is infinitely better than the old one. Furthermore, I don't soul charge 3 off the bat, but rather, whenever you call a card that was imprisoned in the prison, once per turn, I'm allowed to soul charge 1, optionally. On top of that, we're going to take this to the next level and call Blitzstaff Muna to the field. Now, Muna's going to lend support to Kyanite Strike. We're going to be going for 16 on the Vanguard.
No guard.
Drive trigger check. No trigger.
That's one thing I don't want to deal with later, so we'll find out if it gets to that. Front trigger.
I'll pass the turn.
Alright. And draw. We will discard Twin Cast Protection to ride Haribadara, Energy Charge 3. I'm gonna call a Parla here. Who, when placed, will have a Vanguard with Seal Blazes card. I can look at top 5, add a card with Overdress or Dress Boost, or an Arms card and discard it. And that's a whiff. At least it's free. At least it was free. Alright, we're gonna swing 10 to man.
Ameliorate Connector will guard that.
There, and then we swing for 10.
No guard.
Check. Trick Moon, there you are.
Damage to check you. Lourus Yellow. Now, this may seem like a bad card, but remember, it took down Zorga single-handedly.
Really?
I still remember that moment where she just hunts the damn guy with the freaking megaphone. Absolutely wicked.
Gives him a full-on concussion from it.
It was beautiful.
In the back of the head, too.
Alright, now we'll discard Seraph, Purelight, and ride from the ride deck into the new Risatt, which is Risatt Peach. Not quite sure if that's, like, I guess pink. I always thought Peach was more of a light orange, personally, but, you know, who am I to doubt it? Anyway, when it's placed in the Vanguard circle, since my Order Zone has a prison, guess what I get to do? I can Soul Blast 1 and reveal the Seraph Clearlight again, and by doing that, I draw a card, and you choose a card from the hand, and it gets prisoned. So for the sake of this battle, let's go ahead and you can make an extra zone on the field here. You could treat it as your prison, because basically all the zones here are probably going to get utilized at some point in the battle. Ooh. I wrangled up an interesting specimen right there. Trick Moon.
Yeah.
Okay. But we're not done yet. Now, on top of that, I can get Lifle Royar to the field. Now, Lifle skill activates. I can counterblast 1. Since I've imprisoned a card of yours this turn, I'm able to imprison one of your rear guards, and then after doing that, I can look at the top 5 cards of the deck, and I can call something, provided that its grade is less than or equal to my Vanguard. Alright, we're going to be calling a really nifty card here. So this is going to be Corner Citrus. Now, Lifle is going to have her continuous skill online at this point to get an extra 5,000 power, and Muna's is now active as well because we've got a total of 3 in there. Now, when my Citrus is played, I can have you imprison a card from the drop zone, and should you do it, I Energy Blast you to drop. Now, this is mandatory, so it's not optional.
Oh, okay, I was about to, so basically if I had nothing in my drop zone, and then there was nothing I could do, then she draws.
Which in the early game is theoretically possible.
Yeah, that's true.
Alright, looks like you put it on Hints of Sphere, in which case let's Energy Blast 3 and draw an additional card. Okay, interesting. Did I actually draw? Yeah, there's the draw. Oh! Wow, I'm seeing double. Alright, let's see here. Do I want to do this? No, it's not time to overcommit that effect. So let's go ahead and show some temperance and leave it at that. Now, we'll begin with my Vanguard with support from Blitz by Stuna for a total of 23 on the Vanguard. Did I just say Stuna? I meant Muna.
That's okay. No guard.
Drive trigger check. Ooh, okay, good thing I attacked with that first. We're going to resolve a heal trigger. Recovering 1 damage and power goes to Corner Citrus.
Alright, damage check. Critical trigger. I'll take it.
Evens out. Let's go 33 on 20.
I will guard for 35.
And I'll pass the turn with that. Over to you.
Alright. Stand and draw.
So far, so good.
Interesting situation you have. Let's see. I'm gonna discard Burning Flail from hand to ride. Bavsargra Akshaya.
Hey, babe. Love you, but not in this fight.
Yeah, I hear that. Alright, and now, Holly Bowdra skill, counterblast 1, choose 2 arms cards, different card names from them. Oh, from each of them, excuse me. I could discard them and then equip one. If I discarded 2, I can equip 1. If I read that correctly, right?
Yep.
Oh no, I don't even have to discard 2, just discard 2. I discard up to 2.
Yeah, that means if you like break or whatever, you can still get one from the drop zone there. So it's a pretty peerless skill, all things are considered. You know, one thing I'm thinking about is I've been playing this deck, right, and like try to shadow test. I realized because you can really only realistically imprison the rear guards. It's like, so what if the Vanguard's like a criminal, like Zorg or whatever? I realized that's probably what happens if prison wins the fight. Is they theoretically send the Vanguard to prison. And so,
yeah,
I guess it's like what happens afterwards, right? Like the game mechanic can't do it because if you imprison the Vanguard, you probably won the fight, which doesn't happen.
Yeah.
So that's why they can't do it. No, it's kind of interesting.
Yep. Yeah. All right. I equip Surya from the drop zone, and Surya means I get 10k to my Vanguard, and I get to retire one of your back row rear guards. I'm going to retire Muna.
Ooh, unfortunately, it cannot be chosen by the opponent's card effects as long as there's 3 more cards in the order zone there. So you'll want to get rid of my other Lifle.
Oh, is that right? All right. So yeah, Lifle will take the fall then.
Haha! We actually had that effect there.
Yep. Why'd the Great 2 go though?
She's getting ahead of herself.
Clearly. Let's see. Alright, and then I can activate. Do I want to activate it though? Okay, no, I can't activate it yet. Okay. If anyone can't tell, I haven't really played this. Haven't played this deck that often, so.
It's all right, brother. We'll help steer you along here, which is weird because that means I'm basically an accessory to crime. But you know, let's ignore that little detail.
All right, we are gonna counterblast 1 to call Trick Moon and a Parla.
Gotcha. A couple of skills will activate at this timing. So thanks to the Galactolus, I will use the optional Soul Charge here. Oh, ironic. Muna will then Soul Blast in order to draw a card once per turn when anything is called from the order zone. But now Muna actually loses her protections and power boost.
There you go. Let's see. I'm gonna call Yuga Mashad. Energy Blast 3. We discard Shield. To draw 2. Interesting. Okay. Let me see. Okay. And then Akshaya's skill, I put a Trick Moon from hand to soul, and I quit the shield from drop zone.
Nice, nice.
And now because I did that, I can energy charge 1. Yeah, I'm gonna call Cindy while I'm at it. Because I can't do that.
It's true. It's a little unfortunate that you couldn't have the Trick Moon in the drop zone to like utilize, but I guess that's what happens when you put it into prison, right?
Yep. That's the unfortunate part, but what can you do? Let's see. We'll call Samadhi. I think it's his name. Samupad is the name.
Yeah. Samadhi is the name of a different one.
Yeah.
That is the one from, I forget if it was set 6 or set 7, but basically it was the one that allowed you to ramp up an extra arm to your Vanguard, but you couldn't arm for the rest of the turn as a consequence of it. He used to be a nice like 1-2 up back in the day, particularly when we had to utilize. God, it's been so long that even I forget his name, but he was the grade 3 rear guard that if your Bavsargra was armed with specifically one card, it would get you another arm or something. I think it was.
Oh, it's funny. Yeah, I think I remember that. Alright, I know use Akshaya's skill, Soul Blast 2, and then retire your front row, and yeah, she gets a crit.
Sorry, Corner Citrus, but I had to put you there alone to min-max the front row retire skill of Bavsargra.
Yep. Alright, now we shall proceed to battle phase. Alright, Trick Moon boost. Akshaya attacks for... Do you even need a number, honestly?
Daga Kotowaru.
Understandable. Twin Drive. Oh, I completely forgot about the draw effect on the shield. Mother.
Yeah, go get that draw real quick.
Yeah, kind of wish I didn't draw that, but you know, whatever. Twin Drive. First check.
Story of my life.
I can check.
Ooh, nice.
Okay, it worked out anyway. It worked out anyway. We'll 10k to the demon. I think we know the crit.
I like how you're of your entire field, the only thing, like the thing I would most closely associate to be a demon is ironically Trick Moon. Just based on how he looks. Kind of trippy.
Yeah, that's fair. This is going to be 18 to Vanguard.
18. How much will your other attack be for?
28 with the crit.
28. Gotcha. Okay, so I have a Yeah, you know what? I know how I'm gonna have to do this. I'm gonna garb a Treuse green.
Understandable. Alright, and then some Padru boosts and Yakumasha attacks for 28k.
Alright, check 1. Okay, yeah, that confirms to me that I wouldn't have hit the defensive to make it like an easy guard there. Alright. Good decisions, good outcomes.
Alright, now some Padru's skill at the end of the battle is boosted. If my Vanguard with armor 2 or more cards, I can move with the soul and draw 1.
Nice.
And I do believe that is the end of my turn, and because it's the end of my turn, Sudia's skill, I put it into drop and add the sword to hand.
Ah, back in the day, it was used to add back Aditya. Now it's complicit in a war crime. Alright, stand and draw. From my hand, let's go ahead and discard a card. I think the one I'll discard will be you. Energy charge 3. And ride from the ride deck into the brand new warden who brings justice to the galaxy. Aurora Battle Princess, Seraph Clearlight. Okay. Now that she's out there, a lot of skills are now online. First off, let's go ahead and use Forbidoll Surrogate. Now, this regardless piece allows me to search the deck and drop for a total of 2 cards, either grade 3 and or grade 4. The grade 4s go to the hand, and the grade 3s go to the field. So then, I think what I'm going to do here is... let's go Penetrate Aquas. And... Seraph Clearlight. By having both of these suckers out there, I'll be able to get some skills off. Now, Penetrate Aquas' skill. When it's placed on the rear circle, you choose a card from the drop zone and wrangle it in the prison.
Burning Flail. Assuming Untap wants to let me do it.
Gotcha.
Get in the prison. Get in there.
Get in the prison.
Let's see. Look, there we go. Finally.
With that card now in prison, I'll be able to get back the protection and 5,000 power to Blitzstaff Muna. Next up, let's go ahead and call another friend by moving my Penetrate Aquas to the back row. Now, this is the new card right here, Flawless Lila. Now, Flawless' skill says that you choose another card from the drop zone and put it into the prison. Then afterwards, if you've got 2 or more cards in that prison, I can see if you want to draw, which I'll do.
Okay. I'll give you Namakar.
Very nice. Okay then. Skill of Seraph. Soul Blast 1, and I can choose one of your rear guards and put it into the prison. And I'm gonna choose, let's see. I don't think you have hardly any of those pesky Seal Blazes, but on the off chance that you do have an arms card, I don't want you to be able to reignite Yukimasha's effect. And let's see, do you have a Trick Moon in the drop zone? You do. So if I were to imprison the back row center, you could call that play flawlessly. Ooh. In which case, I'm going to choose to imprison a Parla. That's my best strategic choice.
Okay.
And actually, yeah, let's expand on that even a little bit more. I'm going to use the rear guard skill of my Seraph. So let's Soul Blast, and this time I'm going to choose Cindy. Now, that may seem like a really weird choice, right? But I don't want Cindy to be able to go in the soul before you burn a soul just to get her out there to the field. Nice. All right, now with all those having been done, let's go ahead and get to the real meat and potatoes, huh? Now, with all of those cards being wrangled up, I've got 5 cards in that prison. That's more than enough to be able to achieve the true effect here. We're going to get an extra 10,000 power and a drive to these Seraphs. And that wasn't enough. That drive actually does mean that we're going to be able to get 3 checks here. Then, we got an extra 5,000 power and 10,000 shield to this unit while we're at it. Okay. Ray Noir?
I'd say so.
Battle phase. We're going to go for a total of 36 with 3 drives with Seraph Clearlight.
This is where I think is a no guard.
Okay. 3 drives coming your way. Check 1. No trigger. How about check 2? No trigger. Check 3? No trigger. Ooh, these are really good cards in case you try to wipe out the field.
Damage check. No, question is will you get to use them, though, is the question.
I don't know. I'm not that easy to break, as you know. Next up, we're going to be...
I'm well aware of that.
Next up, I'm going to be attacking on your rear guard for 15.
I think I'll guard for 25.
Gotcha. In which case, Seraph is going to be attacking for 23 on the rear guard.
I'll go for another 25.
Gotcha. At the end of that battle, since Seraph's on the rear circle, she moves to the soul, and I draw a card.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, ironic. I'll pass the turn over to you.
Alright, stand and draw. Pedestal not idle. Yeah, 10k to the front row.
So I'm not gonna lie, so far it's kind of fun playing Prison.
No, that's good. Okay, that's an interesting choice. That's an interesting thing to do. You know, I'm gonna call a Cindy here. Move her to Soul. I'm gonna add Surya from drop to hand.
Right. Considering you can do that too, that's a good choice. I didn't imprison Yugs to let you reignite it.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm gonna call Yugamashad here. Energy Blast 3. Discard. We'll discard Surya to draw 2. Not as good as I would like, but you know, I can manage. Well, of course I can manage. It's freaking Bavsargra. She always manages.
You're not. You're the one who probably needs to play with one arm behind his back.
Yep. Actually, do you mind if I swap the arms? I have a sword in my hand. I'm just gonna do that real quick.
Oh, yeah, go ahead. It's fine. Criminal scum. I love RoboCop, dude. Did you know they had that video game that released it like some time ago? That was actually pretty good. I heard about that.
Are they really? Well, that's fun.
It was actually like, it wasn't like a AAA title, but it might as well have been.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm gonna Soul Blast 1. Let's see. We're gonna call that Cindy from Prison.
I've got some skills about that. So I'm going to soul charge 1.
Understandable.
But I'm going to soul blast it right out for Muna.
Yep.
Oh, that's that draw is the great equalizer, that exchange. All right, continue.
Sounds about right. All right. I'll get this deck credit. It's not Ungabuga stupid at least, but it's still kind of it's irritating at the ceiling.
Yeah, the sequencing is really tough, and I'm also like throwing extra layers because Prison is like choking your resources and making you have to be very particular about what you call and when. So it's a good matchup. Like, I may be a little outgunned for the time being, but it is a cool matchup, especially when I do get to grade 4. Oh no, we'll see about some Ungabunga. I got a Yukabasha too.
Oh yeah. Let's see. I'm gonna play Surya from hand. I give 10k to Vanguard. And we'll retire Perio Aquas.
Alright. Muna's just sitting there being like, yes, his skill is so good, dude.
Yeah, God, what the hell were they thinking with that?
Well, they were thinking they would protect Welsh's assets, but it wasn't Welshta they were protecting at all.
Yeah, clearly, goddamn. Let's see. And now because I armed, I can energy charge 1.
One more energy charge and they'll become meaningful potentially.
Yep. I'm gonna call. I just have to read this question. Because I can either go for the reset or go for the counter charge. drive checks for dries.
But, you know, if I'm a true Vanguard player, I obviously drew all my triggers for raw draws.
Yeah, truly. Yeah, I almost forgot Yuga also gets 5k here. Actually, I think we're gonna opt for Sabapadru for this one.
Okay. Aha, okay, so you didn't go for the Strict Moon countercharge, alright.
Nah, because I'm thinking, because even if I do get 2 attacks, I'll have 1 damage trigger basically shuts down both my Yuga shots. So I'm thinking I just go for a power play. Is what I'm thinking.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, Bavsargra skill, Soul Blast 2. Try the front row.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I had to take the bet that he put CB to deprison.
Yep. Alright, I'm gonna put 1 card from hand to soul, and then I'm gonna arm the sword from drop zone. Put Surya on the drop zone.
You're a little rusty at first, but you're doing pretty well right now.
No, thank you. Alrighty, let's see, we are ready to go now. Yeah, I'd say nothing else to do but just start swinging for it. This is gonna be 18, 28, 33 to your Vanguard.
No guard. Aha! The defensive you were afraid of.
Yeah, the old expected. You got 3 damage to spare, so that makes sense. Alright, Trick Moon, Dress Boost, buffs, Akshaya attacks. It's reset at the end of battle, so we don't have to worry about that just yet. Plus 20k, and triple drive, because why the hell not?
Yeah, more is better. I'm going to use Violate Dragon and discard.
Understandable. Alright, triple drive, first check. Okay, that works too, I guess. Second check. That also works, I guess. And third check.
Oh, okay. At least he didn't walk away empty-handed.
Yeah, I would have. I was gonna start thinking this deck didn't like me. I'm just like, well, you know what? I'm not taking back all the trash talking. That is not.
Yeah, I hate you too. As a matter of fact, please brick on me. I want you to lose.
Yeah, I was like, freaking try it. All right, bet. Fucking piece of crap.
You want to test me? Me?
Yep. All right, you can shot skill, restand, and then some powder skill, restand, and gets plus 5k.
Nice. Yeah, I still remember we were doing the reaction live, and we're like, Bushy, why?
Yeah. I'm just like, wait a freaking second. She's called 2 of them behind you. No freaking way. Yep. Alright, this is going to be 18, 23, 30, 43, 48.
48. Okay, so I need to give you 30 shield if I'm going to stop that. And that the same goes for the other one. They're both 48, right? Okay, so they're both 48, then they're equivalent, which means
yeah,
I could possibly spring for another damage. Yeah, I think I could spring for it just in case. Okay, it didn't come to be.
Yep, here's another 48.
48. Hold on a second. How many heals have you seen? You've seen 1, 2. I
have seen exactly 2.
You've seen exactly 2. Okay. All right. I'm going to guard with Lourus Yellow and Treuse Green.
Okie dokie. Some positive skill. At the end of the battle, he boosts. I can put him to soul and then draw 1. Why did they give this thing a draw? The freaking the restand alone was already enough to get me mad, and then the fact they gave it a freaking draw effect to it. It's just a Shenri. I'm just like, bushy.
Yeah, it's pretty whack, right?
That's really dumb.
All right, let's draw.
Goes to drop. Also, why is this thing gonna drop at the end of turn? Like, really? They really let it keep triple drive for the entirety of the turn with Dragveda running around.
Which, by the way, to the audience out there, we didn't put in our OTs because we figured it'd probably just be better to not even play with them. This is our general stance at this point. All right, now one thing that's kind of nifty about Seraph in this case is it actually has kind of a cool, has a little resource thing here, right? So here's one thing I can do. I'm going to Soul Blast 1 in order to imprison your Cindy.
Oh. This is the beginning of practice? Oh, this is your main phase. Oh, you're not.
Yeah, it's main phase. Yeah, I'm not writing. Because now I can call Security Upgrader and retire it in order to ride Seraph from the drop zone. Yeah, is that kind of nifty? It's gotta go. It's gotta go. And I don't need a counterblast for it. When I do security upgrader skill, you choose a card from the drop zone and imprison it.
Oh, that's nice.
And now here comes the big bad bitch herself, Seraph Purelight, the thing they keep calling Clearlight accidentally. So I'm gonna Soul Blast out Clearlight, and the CB I reduced by 1 because security upgrader is just that good. And now you choose 2 cards from hand, soul, and field in order to put into that prison. That's all the zones, baby.
Alrighty. Actually, I'll give you the and then I'll give you one. You give him a shot, so he gets in there.
Sometime this century.
Tap is truly a pinnacle of technology.
Yeah, it's a force to be reckoned with.
Parla, and you know what? Screw you. Get in there, Akshaya. You deserve to be in there.
Damn. All right. I did imprison the Vanguard. Victory is imminent.
There you go.
Okay, I'm going to call Aquas to the field now, and that imprisons another card for the drop zone of your choice.
I'll give you a credit.
In which case, let's go Corner Citrus. Energy Blast 3 to draw a card. Okay, and also that's because I'm imprisoning a card from your drop zone.
Understandable. On a nice day.
That is an even 14. That even Steven number gives me a total of 35,000 power to the front row and a critical to them as well. Oh boy, I'm clicking. Okay, here we go. RoboCop 2. All right, we'll give it Gunmetal Gray because we're bad bitches. Okay. Now, with the continuous skill, as long as I've got 2 or more cards imprisoned, which seems like such a silly condition considering the state of the game we're at this point, we got that extra bit of power and shield and the Battle Door skill. Now, let's go ahead and get into battle because I've got nothing else to commit for the time being. So we'll be attacking for 45 with a critical on your Vanguard.
Square, I'll take it. Damage check. Front trigger. Okay, that's one way to pay. That's okay, that's good payoff already. And second check.
Tribune.
You know what? That's 1. That's 1 out of 2. I'll take it.
To quote Taizo, it's just a drop in the bucket. Seraph, let's go ahead and attack the Vanguard. Counterblast 1, and we're going to stand up this unit, and it gets 10,000 power as well, because why the hell not? Okay. This is fuel for the fire. So we've got 48 being boosted by 13 for a total of 61 with a critical and 3 drives.
61, I think this is where I miss. Perfect card. And we'll discard. Give a shot.
Okay. Let's get the first check. And the second. And the third. Ooh, critical trigger. Okay. Let's go ahead and let's see here. So right now we've got a 55 and a 53, so they're basically equivalent. So that means what I want to do is give all effects here then, rather than to the. Well, no, actually, if you do have a PG, you'll need to do it on the bigger attack, which means I'm gonna have to be annoying and throw it all on the Battle Door card. That's the most prudent way to take this. Okay. Now let's go ahead and attack with our grade 3 Penetrate Aquas. This is going to be for a total of 63 with 3 criticals, and it's got a Battle Door.
I think I saved this for that. Elementaria.
Gotcha. Okay, and unfortunately, I do have the triple drive ability. So let's go ahead and attack with this now. This is going to be for a total of 55 with a critical on your Vanguard.
It's going to be 43 and 58.
Okay, you stopped me. I did not expect you to be able to stop me there. I will be honest. I thought that was game. Okay, in which case I'm going to go ahead and pass over to you.
I'll be honest, I didn't think so either.
Well, that's what makes this a fun game, don't you agree?
Yeah, I guess so. In a weird way. Alright, Persona Ride.
What the hell? Really? Holy crap, that's insane. I did not expect that either. Whoa.
Yeah. Draw what? Okay, well, that's just great. Alright.
So the question becomes, how well are you going to be able to fight back against this now? Because this is still a really, really strong formation I have. And you saw the security upgrader. I've got this next turn. Also, one thing to note for both you and the audience, I did Soul Blast Clearlight. So if you do call from the prison, the on-place auto skills of anything you call from the prisons aren't live anymore.
Don't worry about a thing, buddy, because I'm not calling anything with an on-place effect.
Yuga Mashad's like, but what about my auto? But it's like from the hand, so who cares?
Yep.
Okay.
It's like the freaking Boondocks meme. It's just like the one guy who just like the really smug face looking at the camera. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
Okay, so you got double.
Let's see. I'm gonna use Akshay to put a heal into Soul, and I'm gonna quit the sword from drop zone. With that, I can energy charge 1, and now I can call Trick Move from drop zone and counter charge 1.
Tell you one thing, I'm glad I decided to hold my horses and not bring you to 5 instead of just taking out the rear guard, trying to anyway. Because if I had just gone to 5 here, I think I would have been dead. But at least now I have a fighting chance.
Oh yeah. Alright, we're gonna Soul Blast 1 more time to call Trick Moon from my prison.
Oh boy. I mean, careful there. You're giving me the impression you want to win this turn.
Possibly. I only have 1 card in hand. Let's see. If I can manage.
Right? I don't think I would even need to use Seraph's skill like next turn. Just the basic scaling of it would be enough to like break through.
Yep. Alright, we're gonna use Bavsargra skill wipe your front row.
Ah, crap. After I worked so hard.
I know, right?
I'm waiting the one. You can't have the card you really want. Muna is out of your way forever.
Yeah, truly. It's okay. I'm not aiming for her anymore.
Top 10 girlfriends you could
Why
never
the hell
have.
not? We're gonna blast 7 and draw 1 just for the hell of it.
Okay.
Not the best idea, but you know what? Forget it. We're committed to it. Right.
How many times do I have to teach you this lesson, old man? Don't draw without purpose.
Yeah, but I would have gone to energy 10 next turn. What do you want from me? All right, this is gonna be 10, 20k Vanguard.
Ameliorate.
Understandable. Some positive boost. Yuga Mashad attack for 28. Oh, wait, no, 23. What am I talking about? Oh, I completely forgot about the sword. Control giving 5 damage front row. My bad.
Wait, oh.
So the first one's 25. My bad.
Brother. Okay. I'll give you Lourus here.
Yeah, sorry. The sword's dumb. I forgot.
Okay, in which case, for this one, for this one's such kind of debatable, right? Because, like, yeah, they'll restand anyway, but I think They're
also a lot more manageable right now.
Yeah, they are more manageable at the moment, so that's probably why I need to, like, guard these while I have a chance. Yeah, okay, let's do this. I'm gonna guard with Dekarcop and also Ameliorate Connector.
Right. Yeah, he's still got his chance. See? It's okay.
Yeah, he's still there. He's still relevant.
Alright. Trick Moon boost, Bavsargra attacks, get drive +1 because, once again, what the hell is Bushiro thinking? 20k to Trick Moon because I'm armed with 2 cards. So this is 18, 20, 30, 40, 53k double crit triple drive.
Alright, let's go ahead and guard. And I will discard Pansmermia.
Alright. Triple drive, first check. PG. Second check. Front trigger. Because of course. Third check. Oh, there you are. I was wondering what the other one was.
You know something that's really funny? I forgot this entire turn to do the soul charge, then draw off Muna.
Oh, do you want to do that now?
No, it's fine. I will hold to it. I'm honestly, dude, I'm gonna be completely real with you. I don't need it. I don't need it anymore.
understandable. Alright, double you from the shot, double restand.
Double yes. Bushy yes.
And then Sabu Padre stand gets another 5k because what the frick, no.
Bushy yes.
Truly. Alright, this is gonna be 18, 28, 30, 48.
You're thinking too hard.
Yeah, but you know me, that's exactly what I do. Sabu Padre's skill, go to still draw a card. And then Trick Moon boosts. Sabu Padre attacks plus 20k. Do you have PG?
I do.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Alright, and I do believe that is my turn.
Let's draw. All right then. Let's go ahead, stand and draw, energy charge. And
It's definitely one of the weaknesses of having a what do you call it? A grade 4 Vanguard, because now without the Persona ride, like because his hand's so low now, that means he's not gonna get a chance to see any more pieces. This is one of the reasons why when Magnus came out, I always said I thought Magnus was better than Ignis, and if you could stay on Magnus, you should stay on Magnus, because that Persona ride getting a couple of pieces vastly better than just.
yeah, interestingly enough, this was a part of my goof because the Soul Blast to draw would have helped there. Funnily enough, my top deck is an Ameliorate Connector, so I would have damage checked that and drew another card as well. Would have been a hell of a comeback. But that's fine. I could actually still make up for this, I think. So Security Upgrader skill is going to retire itself, and from the drop zone, I'm going to go ahead and get another Seraph Purelight there, and then you imprison a card from the drop zone. On top of that, I will once again be asking you for a whole lot of cards.
Understandable. Alright, so one from drop, one from soul, two from rearguard circle, and two from hand, right?
Yep, 2 from hand.
Cool.
And then I'll call Ameliorate Connector. See, that's 16. So that's 40,000, I think?
Eight, yeah, I think it's 40k.
This is the greatest plan. I attack the Vanguard. Do you have it?
Oh, Lord. Oh, wait, I completely forgot this thing goes to drop at the end of the turn. I was forgetting about that. Alright,
This is going to be attacking you for 66 with the critical 30 drives.
I'm gonna give you that PG now.
Holy crap, okay. But something tells me you can't darn this Ameliorate Connector. Okay, check 1. Check 2. Oh, that would have been what I'd drawn. Oh, crap.
Oh, no. Oh.
Oh, critical trigger, though. Okay.
There, no.
All effects go to Ameliorate Connector. Okay. I think I'm in this. Come on, Ameliorate Connector. 54 with a critical on your Vanguard. No, 2 criticals, actually.
Oh, this is actually 10k short for it.
What the thing? Oh, never punished. Okay, good game, man.
Yeah, GG.
Oh, GG's. We have brought Bavsargra to justice for her crimes against the meta. Oh yeah, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah,
literally, if you had whiffed all 3 triggers, I would have been like, okay, yeah, I'm good. I would have been.
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, that is true, right? And for those who may not be realizing, one of the reasons why is because I ripped out the soul. So Swayambu, I said Swayambu. The Bodovon is only worth 10 shields. So that means in total he would get 50 shield to go up to he would get 50 shield, which would bring. Wait, hold on a second.
That would have guarded. Oh, I completely forgot that actually works. Huh.
What? Oh, frick. Oh, well, we're both goofing then. What the
I mean, what am I gonna do next turn though? Let's be real. I don't have any soul. I just have this front row, and then it's just like, eh.
Yeah, I mean, you just attack the Vanguard for big number, right? I can't guard you.
Yeah. I guess let's just see what happens then. So we guard with this, and Swayambu. What's his name again? I completely forgot.
Bodovon, and then you guard. I mean, and here's the thing: this top deck is huge because then you can add back a card which arms her. You put into soul, you soul blast, you call something. Sure, I'll do a soul charge draw because of it, but like you still, yeah, like I'll do a soul charge draw, and that's actually terrible for me. But like, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Goes to soul. Goes to soul, and then what is that? I get to add 1 overdress or arms card from drop zone. Okay, yeah, we'll just add the sword.
Yeah, so, like... Man, we both goofed that. That was funny. So yeah, I mean, you have victory. I think if you just played a little more attentively. Oh, Perio Turquoise with the 6 damage. Okay, so yeah, if we both play optimally, like I still win it. So I guess it's kind of fitting that when we both play sub-optimally, I win it anyway. But having said that, that was extremely close, right? So Seraph is, I personally, I think the upgrades to Seraph are definitely substantial, right? Your Purelight is still absolutely a win condition worth striving for. The overall benefits you have is like insane. And honestly, even though you do have a lot of resources Bavsargra, and that means that you can fight back against prison, it also works both ways, because that means that you really don't have much choice but to fuel prison in the process as well. So I like, for as much as you like push at me, I push back as well. And we just kind of like have that pattern going. Thankfully, I was able to use the skills of like Muna to like stay on the field and then like draw into solutions. So more cards to call to the field, and also PGs to see to stop the offense, right? So that was pretty impressive, but it did come down to the line there. So I do. What's up?
How would you deal with the setup? Because I kind of finished playing the turn. I'm like, okay, this would probably be the setup I go with.
I mean, okay, so you're attacking for 1826. So I mean, if you're attacking for 26, you
36 because of dress boost.
Because of dress boost, yeah. Okay, so you're attacking for 36. So in order, well, here's the thing. I can't stop both of these, right? Because you're still going to be able to get that. So that's a 25, 35, 45. Like I can't even one to pass you, brother. Not that it would matter. So again, that's the thing. I couldn't live another turn. That was absolutely my kill turn, which thank God it killed, but it only killed because he goofed.
Yeah, because I forgot that the Soul Blast part is the optional part. It still had a
right. Okay,
attached to it.
Yeah, so that's the fight right there. Let me know down in the comment section below what you guys think about Seraph and the new cards, right? I think they're great. They do a lot for this deck. Now, people are a little mixed on them, admittedly. The main one that they're mixed about is they're mixed about this Seraph right here, like the new Seraph, because they feel like it's not that much of an upgrade, but it's got its benefits, right? And one thing that's very interesting about this Seraph here, and I think what people may do, is they may still run the original Seraph, Snow, and then they do Clearlights in main deck, potentially. I think Penetrate Aquas is still insane and probably preferable, but they may play this card. The reason being is that it's a good rearguard beater that also lets you imprison for a Soul Blast. So it's got a lot of rearguard utility, and as long as you see it by the end of turn 3 and put it into Soul, it's still there in time to be Soul Blasted. So that may be the more optimal way to play this deck, right? But having said that, I wanted to put it in the right deck just so that I could assure that I saw at least one copy of it and try to like get all of its skills going for the sake of the fight night. But that may be the more optimal way of doing it. So that's where we stand here. What are your thoughts on the matchup?
Pretty even for the most part, because having played the deck now, I can see one of Akshaya's weak points is resource management can be a bitch, to put it mildly. So
yeah, you also prone to sequencing errors.
Yeah, especially with Purelight eating up your soul, which is very, 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 very precious for Akshaya. Yeah, honestly, the matchup actually gets pretty even, especially if you haven't sacked them on turn 3.
Yeah, and like it's pretty impressive too, right? Because this is all in the back of me going second, which is already like a disfavorable like position for a grade 4, right? But me being able to like just push it back and win is pretty telling for Seraph's like viability. This is a deck that has kind of been on and off in like the meta over time, right? Purelight having been the thing that really like pushed it to the tables, and then every once in a while it gets a card that makes it better, right? You know, Muna being a PR makes it better. They also got Security Upgrader that made it better. One of their biggest ones is obviously the Quarter Citrus. This made it like insane, right? One of the best triplers that we got from that entire like DBTO2, and now we've got like one of the most impactful upgrades, which is the Ride Line. A Ride Line that actually lets you like plus and on top of that being able to guarantee that Galactolus is never a brick in the hand. It's just huge, just absolutely huge, dude.
I also think Galactolus not soul charging 3 at the start of the turn is also a huge boon, because let's be real, I don't know about y'all, But the amount of times I've soul charged 2 or more triggers off of that damn original prison has been way too often.
Yeah,
So
it's really dumb. And then like there's some
now-
game states where you just don't need the soul. So if you don't see the Muna, you just don't choose to soul charge, right? And it's really sublime because all you gotta do is just have these go, right? And they just work really well together. Just soul charge, soul blast, get off, you know, just boop, 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 boop. So it's a good system. They did really well. I think my only disappointment with these cards is that I'm a little sad that there wasn't an EB condition to take things out of the prison, but I think the reason they did that is because they wanted, that may ironically be a debuff to prison because it gives more like variety to your opponent on how to go against it. So since they weren't upscaling the power of prison, they didn't want to debuff Galactolus unnecessarily. So I can kind of see it.
I think it's twofold. It's on one hand, it's a debuff to them, but on the other hand, it could also be way too strong as well. Because I think our friend David puts it best. With Soul and Counterblast, you can control those resources, like and how you get them. Energy, there was no control. It is just at the start of the turn you get more. So if you're forcing your opponent to be robbed of Energy Blast, that can get out of hand really quickly.
Yeah, although I don't think it really forces them because again, it would just be an additive property, so it's a third option, right? So the third option objectively isn't going to hurt them at all.
Yeah. I mean, the fact there was that one turn I had to burn Energy Blast 7 because I have nothing else to spend my energy on.
Right, yeah, this is a great example of that actually. A boss like can burn energy like crazy in this matchup, so it just doesn't effing care. Okay, so a lot of variables going to that. Really good fight overall. So to everyone out there, like I said before, yeah, let me know your guys' thoughts on this deck and if you guys think they hit the mark with Prison. And also let me know your theories for the upcoming Virina and Nirvana support cards because that's coming up next week, and boy howdy, we're definitely going to be doing a fight night on it, so you can look forward to that. And with all that said, if you're looking forward to card fights like that, maybe you're looking forward to the Vanguard content, and we do a whole lot of that here on this channel. Top 10s, discussions, custom card reviews, anime reactions, the whole shebang, so check it out. And if you like what you see, consider leaving a subscribe and turn on notification bell for next time I upload a video. And check out Noir and his Twitch stream, which is just Noir Helios at Twitch. I got a link down in the description below, so go ahead and check him out, give him some love. And with all that said, take care, and God bless.
Peace.